So, as you know, there's all the floods that have happened in Texas. And in a not so shocking turn of events, scammers are already targeting not only the victims, but then everybody else. And it's pretty awful. So the first one, as you would expect, is social media is a buzz with charities that are out there right now to help all the victims. And these are on every major social media that there is. And while some are legitimate, there are many that are absolutely just scams. And so for this one, just I'm going to start right out of the gate in case you don't feel like watching this whole thing. Charity Watch. Go to charitywatch.org. Charitywatch.org gives you a list of every charity. So let's say you see one on TikTok and you go, I want to do that one, or you see one on any. Great, that's fine. But go to Charity Watch and go to the site through there. Don't go through clicking a link on social media, through an email, through a friend that sent you a link. Don't, your Facebook Messenger, they sent you a link saying, oh, contribute. Don't trust any of those. Do an actual search or go to charitywatch.org and make sure you're going to a legitimate organization so you know where your money's going, because there's just as good a chance you're going to go to one of these other places and they're just there to steal your credit card information and just rip people off. And in some cases, they try to make it look legitimate. They have organizations set up that have these kind of names that are just very nothing. They're just, it could be insert name here, doesn't matter what it is. And people go, oh, because it's so generic, maybe it was legitimate. And they charge you, and you think you gave it to a charity, but you really just gave it to a company that's just ripping people off. So it sucks. And then you have the victims themselves. So now your home's been trashed. So as you know, well, I don't know if you know, but if your house has ever had a flood or you've ever had damage, you got to deal with getting a contractor. Well, whenever it's citywide, if you have everybody, all of your neighbors that have all had damage at the same time, finding a contractor becomes very difficult because suddenly they're, very popular. So what happens is you get unscrupulous contractors, people who have a contracting license, they're from out of state, out of city, and they start bombarding people with ads and stuff, trying to get your business. And there can be legitimate ones. I'm not saying they're all scams, but you've got to be very cautious because there's a lot of people out there that take advantage, and they're going to start jacking up the prices, start signing up lots of people. And they go, oh yeah, they give you a song and dance. We're going to take care of you. We're going to get you back on. You sign a contract. They always have you pay an upfront fee, and you pay these upfront fees, and they go to you, your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, and they sign up everybody. And there's no way they can do all that work. They'll supposedly get to it eventually, but you've already given them money, and you're not getting that money back from them. So now you're either going to have to wait until they have time for you or until they file bankruptcy and say, oh, sorry, we can't do it after all. So you've got to be really cautious. If you've had this situation right now, you've got damage. Try to find local, really try to find local. Try to make sure you get reviews, not just reviews that they sent you, not just online reviews. If you're just reading the Yelp reviews, those can be bought, those can be paid for. You want to make sure you're talking to human beings that have used them. Your best thing is to call friends, family, neighbors, people you know, and say, do you know a contractor that you trust, that you like, that you've used? And go to those people because it sucks. I mean, again, there's some bad people out there.
There are bad people. They seem to come out of the woodworks in natural disasters and events like this. Also, just a good place to start is with your insurance company to begin with, because sometimes there's rules or ways to go about the vetting process that if you're not following those rules, I know you might have a hole in your roof, but getting a hold of them first, because if you're not following their process, you might not be reimbursed or whatever the scenario is. And so I personally like to use apps like Nextdoor, which is more of like a local community app that for if you don't have somebody in your life that has had to get a new roof or had to have a replacement of what you're searching for, those apps seem to be really good. Because I don't know, with reviews, I get so weary about online reviews because so many are paid and fake and bots, and it's like, did 70,000 people really buy this flashlight? And did they really review? Probably not.
No, I agree. And I use Nextdoor, but again, use it with a caveat that there's fakes and phonies that set up on those as well. It's like, and they're gonna just, it's real easy to get three of your friends to have a Nextdoor app as well and all give you a thing. And most people, if you see two or three come in, you go, oh, they must be good because three people recommended this one place. So
Yeah.
just still have your antenna up. Just make sure, again, it's a bummer that in a time of need, in a time when like the last thing you want to be worrying about is assholes out there trying to scam you, that is the exact time when you have to worry about those people.
100%. Have your guard up. So very, very timely message. So thanks so much, Jim.
You bet. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Hey everyone, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, go ahead and just fill them out in the comments. I read every comment that's posted, and I'll be happy to either make a video answering your questions, or I might just message you directly to get you the information you need. Have a great day.